Mayo, we live in a place where basketball is off the charts. What place is that? I hear you say. Come on, it's not that hard. Taco Mayo. We love sport, and we love Oklahoma.
You walked home with her every night, dreaming of the moment science would lead you to him. Evidence speaks when victims can't.
Weekdays at 3 a.m. on OK52 and You.
Hey, it's Kathy Yeager from The Twister on All About You Tonight. We already feel like it's the weekend when we're all together here. Grant Matthews, of course, and Natalie Andrews. What we're going to do is introduce you to somebody, again, one of those self-made Oklahomans that makes us so proud, especially as women. Okay, Jodi Lewis has really accomplished a lot, and you're very, I can tell you're very young.
Thank you.
You were actually one of Oklahoma City's, the 40 under 40 that have just been amazing in what you've been able to accomplish in such a short time. You were 26, right, when that happened?
Yeah.
And that was just a few short years ago. So you've really done amazing things.
Thank you.
I'm going to kind of just brag about you quite quickly because I was amazed to read that you were executive director of the Oklahoma Community Institute. You were youngest person elected to the Piedmont City Council. Now, Jodi, you think that's amazing stuff, but then did you not take a step back to be a stay-at-home mom and then now re-entering the work world?
It's all true.
My gosh. It's like somebody who,
has lost their mind.
Well, that. What brought you back into the work world? What is it that you now own one of the franchises for the Lawn Doctor, which, again, out of nowhere, this makes me wonder, how did all this come together?
Sure. My husband and I had talked a lot about what we wanted to do in the future, and I've stayed home for the last 2 years with our son, Bauer, and he's getting to the point where he's going to Mother's Day out a couple of days a week, and I was ready to take on something new. My background is in agriculture. My dad taught agriculture education at Bristow for more than 20 years, and so ag has been in my background. And so my husband and I, when we talked about, I think I want to go the entrepreneurial route, maybe have a business of our own, we started trying to think about things that we had some expertise in. I'm not going to go out and buy a haircutting business because I know nothing about it.
This came natural to you.
Absolutely, yeah. We're not going to go into food service because, a couple of years of waiting tables does not really set me up to own food service. So we dipped into my agricultural background and started looking at franchises that we thought was a good fit for what I wanted to do, and that's when we found Lawn Doctor. And I wanted to be backed by a national brand, but have something that I could own locally. And so it was an excellent fit for my background and what I wanted to do.
Think how many women, though, who have a desire, or maybe an interest and an expertise even in something, but to start your own business is extremely, I guess, intimidating for a lot of us. What was it that you think it's just something about your nature, or what could you recommend to other Oklahoma women to get over the hump and go for it?
Nothing ventured, nothing gained, which is horribly cliche, but it's the truth. And if you want to own your own business, get out there and do it. The reason why I liked the concept of a franchise is because, again, like I said, it's locally owned. I own the business, but I'm backed by a national name. And we have excellent staff there at Lawn Doctor headquarters that answers any questions I have about marketing, or if there's agronomy issues or whatever the case may be. They have subject matter experts there to back me up so that I'm not having to create the wheel.
So even as an owner, you have support from your parent company.
Absolutely.
That works out well.
It does. What are some of the services of the Lawn Doctor? It's a little bit unique. It's not just your typical go out and mow a lawn.
I don't mow lawns.
You're not a landscape company. You're not a landscape company.
Believe me, I tried.
Lawn care. So we do fertilizer, we do weed control, pest control, and we service tree and shrubs. And so those are the types of things that we go out. What's different is that they get me. I'm the owner, I'm the one there in the trenches, and that's what our customers have seemed most receptive to, is that when they call the office, they know they're getting me.
No runaround.
Absolutely. And so it's more of a personal touch for those people that, want to have a personal touch and know that if they have an issue, they call up, we come out and address it.
So you go to all the appointments?
Yes. Now, I don't. push the turf taper
Sure,
per se, but everything else is me. Yep.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Jodi lives. Okay, I'm impressed with, the girl, the wherewithal you have inspired us with. The lawn doctor, of course, as we get ready for springtime, certainly something you should consider. Because, a lot of us need some tips when we look back on our dead and darkened lawn. I will say, coming up next, I thank you for your time with us. Guess what? JCPenney has announced today's the day they start slashing their prices. We will unveil the mystery of what their new scheme is all about. Stay with us.
What do you do when you're branded high risk? When you're treated like a failure? What do you do when everyone who sees you sees nothing but a bad investment? What do you do? Well, we suggest you come in and say hi.
We are the key. A new idea in auto credit and a new idea for Oklahoma City.
Because we know it's not easy out here, especially when you have less than perfect credit.
So, we provide generous, compassionate auto financing to every person we